We just picked up our coffee from our favorite coffee place, and now it's time to do some thrifting. I think the first stop we're gonna do is Goodwill. And I got my sister Natalie here with me today. My goal for today is to be sourcing for my mystery boxes in the antique booth. Mother's Day is coming up, and I have about 6 Mother's Day mystery boxes that I'm going to be putting together, filled with antique items, candles, and like self-care stuff, and maybe a little candy. And that way people can get a fully done gift for their mom and just pick it up and take it to her. All the work is done for them. So I'm going to be looking for that. I've got a couple things I'm going to be looking for custom mystery boxes that people have ordered. And then, of course, keeping the booth stocked and getting everything that I need for our next reset in a couple months. That's a lot. I'm going to try and spend less than $100. We'll see what we can do. It's always a bummer when you go into the thrift store and you see something that you would love to have, and of course it already has a sold sign on it. This is usually the case with a couple different things, especially furniture pieces, when I go into antique and thrift stores. But that's also kind of the fun of it, because you never know what you're going to come across and if you're going to be the first one to get it. There were a couple interesting things at the thrift store, like this little Ferris wheel made out of wood that I thought was really fun, but it was just a little too out there for me, so I ended up passing on it. Even though I try and stick to mainly neutral items and very close to kind of like a vintage cottage with a little bit of modern thrown into it, I have been trying to throw some pink and blue and yellow into this summer theme, because I like bringing in different colors throughout the different seasons. And I think that's especially true for holidays like Mother's Day, because you get to play with very bright and fun and celebratory colors in your space. So I always like to add a few special pops of color. If you've watched some of my other videos, you also might have heard me talking about how I'm going to be redoing an Airbnb. So I was looking for a couple of items to be decorating my dad's Airbnb with, and that is going to be themed around kind of like a 70s vintage camp theme. So we were looking out for items that might fall into this category. You can see how full our cart is getting here. This is pretty typical when Natalie and I go thrifting together and we're finding a lot of really good items. Some days though, we get absolutely nothing, and we can go into a thrift store and have absolutely nothing in our carts. So this was a really good day, and we were happy to find a lot of items that fit what we were looking for. I was so happy to grab this painting. Even though it did have a little bit of damage on it, I really enjoyed the colors and the scenery in this painting, and I felt like it needed to come home with me. Now I have plenty of pieces of furniture at my house waiting for me to redo them, but of course I always have to look and see what the thrift stores have when I'm there. There's a few things that I've been looking for my house, and sometimes you just never know what you're going to come across. And today I found this amazing wardrobe, even though it doesn't look quite so amazing right now. I've been wanting a wardrobe just like this for my guest bedroom, so that I can store winter bedding and extra pillows and sheets in it. And even though this is green and has roosters on it, I cannot wait to do this project with y'all and show you how I style it for our guest bedroom. I really liked the color and shape of this urn, and I ended up picking it up and filling it with flowers and bringing it over to my mom for Mother's Day. One thing that I was not expecting to find today was this absolutely perfect Boy Scout wilderness bag, because I am trying to find items for my dad's Airbnb, and we're going kind of reminiscent of Moonrise Kingdom if you've ever seen the Wes Anderson film, and I thought this was going to be absolutely perfect. Now the cart feels embarrassingly full for this thrifting day, but yet we are not done, because that was only the second store of the day. There were a few really cool items that we did end up picking up at this thrift store, but I think the best overall item was the fact that I picked up the duck mug from the second thrift store, and then I found the matching duck mug at the other thrift store. And these are not only in 2 different cities, but they're 2 different types of thrift stores, so they're not even the same chain. After picking up a few items from this thrift store, our haul was starting to look really good, but sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming when you need to fill an antique booth, a market stall, and an Airbnb. Oh my goodness, it's so big. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a 3-piece.
Yeah, that's awesome.
$2. That's cool.
One of the things that I didn't end up picking up, but I wish I had, was this cute brown transferware bowl. I really am regretting not grabbing that, because it would have been perfect in my fall booth. And thrifting days when your car is filled up like this are the best. So it is now the next day. I did not get a chance to film us finishing up yesterday because I essentially had to drop Natalie off and go straight to work after all that thrifting. But you can see behind me what we got, and I will tell you that everything I picked up was less than $100 in total. So I didn't think I would be able to do it, but I think we hit our goal. Quite a few of the items that you can see here are actually items that we did take up to the Airbnb to do the inside decor with, and that video is going to be coming up really soon, so make sure to stay tuned so you can see how we decorate the inside of it. Now, a few of you have been asking me what my vintage mystery boxes are, and since we were shopping for them on this day, I wanted to go ahead and show you. There are 2 different styles of boxes, a pre-made mystery box or a custom mystery box. Pre-made mystery boxes can come with either 3, 4, or 5 items and usually cost around $30. I choose the items and coordinate them together and then give you clues on the box as to what might be inside based on the description that I put on the box. You might get something like copper study, ceramic cabin, or spring cottagecore. Everything in the box gets wrapped, so you don't know what you're getting until you open each item, so it becomes a little bit of a surprise when you go to purchase. These pre-made mystery boxes are $30 and only come in one size, which is our bronze size. That may include the 3 to 5 vintage items, depending on what they are. If you like the idea of getting a mystery box, but you want something a little bit more custom and specific to you, we do sell custom vintage mystery boxes on our website at gildedgoodsvintage.com. These custom boxes come in 3 different sizes: the bronze box, which has 3 to 5 vintage items, the silver box, which has 6 to 9 vintage items, and the gold box, which has 9 to 12 vintage items in them. When you place your order, you'll be asked to fill out a survey that lets us know what your style is, what colors you like in your home, what kind of metal types, and really gives us an idea of what we're going to be looking for. And you can even include a Pinterest board so that we know exactly the type of items you like. If this is something you're interested in, we'd be so happy to make one for you. Thank you so much for thrifting with us today, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.